President Obama also making a big issue out of gun control, talking about increasing background checks. He also said in a New York Times op-ed, he wrote in a New York Times op-ed, that he's going to become basically a single-issue voter in some ways. He's not going to support Democrats or anyone who doesn't support, in his term, common sense gun legislation. Now, I don't know exactly what that means in terms of how he's going to make that decision. Bernie Sanders, for example, voted against the Brady bill when he was in the House. He voted to protect gun manufacturers from being sued, to give them immunity. Does Senator Sanders meet the president's standard?
I want to say three things about this. First of all, the president is not making a big issue of gun control. What's happening in this country with over 30,000 deaths last year from gun violence is that this is a big issue in this country. 20,000 people, kids under 18 in gun safety, gun accidents, or gun violence killed over the last decade. More than 500 police officers. This isn't an issue that we're making. This is an issue that we need to confront as a country, point one. Point two, what the president has said is not just for the Democratic primary, but for elections for the full House, a third of the Senate, state houses and governorships across the country, people ought to treat this issue the way that these numbers demand it be treated. And that's what he's demanding of party candidates, Republican and Democrat, across the country. Last thing as it relates to Senator Sanders. We've seen some movement on this since the op-ed appeared on Thursday. We think that's good. If that continues, that's the goal of this, is making sure that we have gun laws that are responsive to the wishes of the American people, not responsive to the wishes of the big NRA bosses here in Washington.
So
that's what we're seeing. We'll continue to see that when we have a nominee. Then we'll roll up our sleeves and make some decisions.
So Sanders saying that he's willing to rethink his vote on immunity for gun manufacturers might make the president support him ultimately if he gets the nomination.
Look, the goal here is getting common sense gun laws that will reduce that violence, that will reduce the 30,000 deaths every year in this country. And we think that that's having an impact. As we see it, we'll make some final decisions about what the president will do and who will support.